tonight. Oh, today. Whatever. On
Cold open.
Good, the Bad, and the Undiagnosed. We talk about dating.
Stop.
The good, the bad, and the ugly of dating. And the uglier. So I have a list of questions.
Before we get into those,
What?
David brought something to my attention.
What?
You have been accused of being a pick-me girl.
A what?
I know you don't even know what that means.
I have
David
no
is
idea
dying.
what that means.
I'm gonna Google the actual definition. I should have had Chrome open before I did this. I'm gonna Google the actual pick-me girl.
P-I-C or P-I-C-K?
P-I-C-K.
Why would it be PIC? What does that even mean?
Why would it be P-I-C? Alright, I got it right here. Urban Dictionary. A pick-me girl is a girl who seeks male validation by indirectly or directly insinuating that she is not like other girls. Air quotes on that. Basically, a female version of a simp. Oh my god.
A female version of what?
A simp. Okay, I'll tell you what that is in here in a second.
That is
Characteristics of a pick-me girl. Lets men walk all over her because of her carefree demeanor. Only hangs out with men because they're unproblematic. Exerts qualities, characteristics of her male counterparts that were not initially present. Be more likable and relatable to them. Now, David, describe what a simp is.
I don't know what that is.
It's just like, how do you describe a simp?
I don't know.
It's like somebody who overachieves in the department of like liking a woman or like taking care of her. So like, you know what chivalry is, right?
Yes. I know
Imagine that times 10.
It's like
so the guy's letting the girl walk all over her.
Yeah, it's like the worst version of chivalry.
Yeah.
Internet slang term describing someone who shows excessive sympathy. That's where the simp piece comes from. And attention toward another person. Typically someone who does not reciprocate the same feelings.
I didn't know that part on that. Now.
Yeah, so if Frank treated me like shit, technically I would be a simp.
Which we do. We simp for each other. It's a two-way relationship here.
I was gonna say that's exactly what you guys do.
Jen, what do you have to say about these allegations?
I didn't know this was a thing. Now I feel like I'm behind, which I already knew that, but
this is not going how I thought it would go.
It's not going how I thought it would go at all.
How's it supposed to go?
We really didn't have any.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, we didn't have any expectations of it. We just thought it would go differently.
I will say, according to this definition, I don't understand. Is it a negative thing or just a thing? Just a label? I guess that's the question.
It's definitely a negative thing. I had said this as a joke towards David because, like, a one sentence out of that entire definition fits you, and it's the not like other females.
I am not like other females. So I will say this. Okay.
And you hang out.
Where do you know that?
You hang out with us.
Call me out.
Oh my god. Dude, I love those videos on TikTok.
So I don't know. I've always been like this.
Stumbling over your words. You have nothing to say.
No, it's not that I have nothing to say. It's just
you have no out. Yep, lost the word.
No, I don't know. What I read was, what is a pick-me girl and why is this concept so harmful to women? So now I feel like, I don't know. But that's just who I am. That's who I am.
Ruined the joke,
I've always
Jen.
hung out with a bunch of dudes. Always.
You read into it way too deep.
The analytical brain just like left. There's the brain cell.
Yeah.
You watched it fly away to the point, but the point's like over there.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't care. I am who I am.
Anyways, continue with what you were saying.
I'm gonna be 35 next weekend. 35. What was I saying? Oh, I have questions about dating.
Oh.
And
I don't have answers.
So I have different things that I'm curious about with dating. But we have two folks who are tied down, I guess, or whatever, married. We're married. We have 2 folks that are married, and we have 1 person who's totally single.
Why did you try to like church it up? You could have just said married.
We're married. I don't know. I'm really tired.
I could tell.
Yeah, it's running on fumes. Okay, so we're married. You're single, so we're gonna have 2 different perspectives. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh.
Yes. So that's gonna be interesting because some of these questions I'm not gonna have any idea of. Like one of my questions is, where do you meet people right now? Is it all online? Is everything online?
Target.
Actually, so that. So, I used to have somebody I worked with, devout Christian, like 100% like was Jesus and all that fun stuff. He used to go to Target and just he didn't need anything in Target. He would just go to Target and hang out and like start talking to people just like randomly. You know, you like walk up and be like, "Oh, hey, you know, that looks nice," or whatever. Something, make comment about something, and that's how he would try to meet people. I laughed at him when he told me this story. I went to Target because I like going to Target to shop, and had a point. However, oh, what's this? The home decor store. Like it's just straight home decor
Which one? There's lots.
in the Springs. David, I think David knows what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby.
Oh, yes, we have those here.
Oh, that's
yes.
a craft store.
It's a craft home decor kind of store. That's where you meet. That's where you meet the moms.
You heard it here first. If you want to find yourself a
I
MILF,
guess.
Go to Hobby
Or
Lobby.
maybe the single women who are really into crafting
No, don't do
sweaters
that.
for their cats.
No, don't. No, we're
You
done.
never
We're
know.
moving on. Jen, how many cats do you have?
Um, wouldn't you like to know, weatherman, weather boy?
You're this close. You're this close. You're this close.
I have
You
5
had it.
cats. 5.
Jesus.
There are 5 people in my family,
It's
so
too many
we're
cats.
a good
So, no, you need 1 cat to like 6 people ratio.
nope. It's like kids. After like 2 or 3, you don't even notice the others. They're all just the same.
Why did you
Just-
get 2 or 3 in the first place?
First off,
Cats are assholes.
yeah.
Okay, this topic is not on cats, although pets would
Yep.
be a good topic.
Yep.
But I can tell you all the story about how I got my cats at a different time. Right now we're talking about dating. Okay, so Target.
Do you date your
can go
cats?
Target. I mean, you can date my cats. I have one named Frank.
Nah, do you like
Frank is Frank.
set them up with like other cat dates?
Oh, no. They're all 5
Oh,
boys right now.
They're too good for anybody else.
Yeah, they're highbrow.
Got bougie
Speaking of
kids.
dating, what did I do to you guys today?
I have done nothing but play Legend of Zelda until like 4 today. And then I went and got groceries, came home, ate dinner, and played League with David for the rest of the time.
Okay, well, the one day I actually have shit going on. I couldn't be on here earlier. So when my husband and I went on our first date, one of the things I told him was I had 5 cats. And
5 cats back then?
yes, I did. I had 5 cats when, I've had 5 cats for a while. So we had 6 for a little while until we lost one of them.
R.I.P. to homie.
I was just about to say it.
She was my favorite. But now I just have the 5 boys. Anyway, so I told my husband when on our first date, I said, "Oh, you know, I've got 5 cats," and I expected like some kind of reaction. You know, when you would expect you tell someone you have 5 cats. His response on our first date, "Oh yeah, that's nothing. We had 20 cats at one time when I was growing up," and I was like, "You're the one for me." Yep.
Fucking clouds
So,
parted. Single ray of
however,
sunshine.
I will say, so this is an interesting question though, because a lot of the people I work with, single guys, younger guys, have cats. And so is it like, is that weird if you're a single guy with cats?
I don't think so. I
Versus
like
dogs.
cats. I like cats. I like dogs. Some people are cat dogs. Some people are dog
I'm
people.
biased though. I judge people who like cats. So
All right, cool. I had barn cats growing up, and
Wait.
then I had a house cat that lived with old man. So fuck
what's
you.
so defensive?
Yeah.
You know, you know what? Go tell. Do you remember Vargas?
Yes.
Yeah, go tell him that.
Oh my god, his entire TikTok page was
It's just his
cats,
cat.
dude.
It was just his cat.
Well,
Vargas
that's not
is
that bad.
Vargas is one of those people. I love the man to death. I fucking love that man, but he's so awkward because he just will walk up to you and just be like, and just stare at you and stand next to you, and you're like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" It's like, nothing, and then just leave.
Yeah, it was a freaking weirdo.
Everybody is different.
Anyways, no, I don't think it's weird to have cats.
Okay. How many cats for a single guy?
2.
One. If I'm gonna allow any, one.
No, I just meant like, should a girl be concerned if like the guy online
Oh
has
yeah,
3
100%.
cats?
If he has more than one cat, red flag.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay.
Immediate red flag.
Interesting.
No. You want to know why I say no? Because that man can deal with some shit. Because I guarantee you, if you got that cat as a kitten, that cat has put him through so much shit and eaten so much shit and torn up so much shit that that man has dealt with it. And if he could deal with that and still has that fucking cat and loves it, guess what? All your shit that you're carrying with you, because we all know we got it.
Okay, so for self-reflection purposes and who you are as an individual, you shouldn't put up with that much shit. So still the red flag.
I would disagree.
Fuck you.
Because relationships are not rainbows and sunshine all the time. There is some shit that you have to like work through. That's part of it. But before you get to a relationship, you have to be dating. So let's circle us back to the wraparound.
There it
The
is.
wraparound.
There it is.
Okay.
The
So
little wraparound.
we've established you can meet people in Target, and then is it really just online though? Like, do you go to a bar now, or like the other things that you used? I don't know, at the gym. Do you ever pick up dates at the gym, Frank?
No, I don't know. No.
Frank's too shy for that.
Well, beside the point. Fuck you. I look angry when I go to the gym because I work out that way. I go into the gym with a different mindset than most people, so I constantly look angry and I end up glaring at people because I've definitely caught myself doing it because I'll see people looking at me and I'll like look at them, but I have a like scowl on my face and there's fuck you too then, and they walk off. I'm like, I'm not. All right. But no, I don't meet people in the gym.
Working out makes me angry too, for the record. So I feel you on that one.
I
Okay.
enjoy working. Okay, yep. Nope, that's not what we're talking about. We're not.
You enjoy working out, but it does still make you angry?
The getting ready to go work out makes me angry. That's what makes me angry.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a teenager, we all know, and I just thought it was so crazy how he was meeting all these girls that he didn't go to school with. Because when in my hometown, like that's how you met people, was just people you went to school with. That's who you dated.
Not where I'm from.
What?
Not where I'm from.
You didn't date the people you went to school with?
I dated all of the people I went to school with. Nobody else.
So
Yeah,
4
that's
people
what
in
I'm
total.
saying. Like that's all we dated was the people who were in our town.
Yeah.
But for him, like I'm like, oh, does this girl go to school with you? He's like, no, she goes to some other town over school. I'm like, how did you meet her? Snapchat. So apparently, Snapchat is like the modern dating
Facebook?
app, I guess. Well,
Facebook?
I
I
didn't
guess.
I
I
didn't ever
don't know.
date anybody
Too
on
old for
Facebook.
that shit.
Like,
Same. I don't even have Tinder.
I used to back in the day,
Tinder,
but
back in the day, but Tinder was
it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time and a cesspool now. Well, first off, Tinder.
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to know why you guys think it's a cesspool.
Oh, it's just not good. I don't want
I've
to.
never been on.
It's overrun. It's overrun by bot accounts.
That's true. That is also true. Or murder
That's
you.
annoying enough. Second, it's filled with dudes just trying to fucking, so
So that's what I thought Tinder was, though. I thought Tinder was just the hookup app.
It used to not be.
Mm-hmm.
It used to actually not be. It's been 1 week.
1 week since you looked at me.
No, when I actually had Tinder, like legitimately had Tinder, all I would do, I wouldn't even look at what I was doing. I would just get on there and then just swipe away until I'm out of swipes. Until I'm out of swipes, and I'd wake up the next morning and see 3 matches, and like they'd all be just not either bot accounts, I'm on a fishing boat, or something else.
Johnny, get the harpoon.
Get so many swipes. That's a thing.
Yeah. Well, so that was what I was about to say with Tinder as well. Is they even back then? This has been 6, 7, 8 years ago. Like it's been a while. Now especially because I talk to people who have it. All it is you have so many swipes, and then so many people in that. They even limit the people that are in your area. So like, say there's 10,000 people around you in your area that are on it. They'll show you 200, and you have 80 swipes, and then everything else past that is behind a paywall. Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yep.
How did you meet your wife, David?
The military.
Okay, so work essentially. You guys worked together.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, they did.
A
lot of close quarters.
So currently, Frank, where's your like go-to place to meet people then? Is it online?
Yeah, I guess. If I had to do it, it would be online. I don't like talking to people. So that's I don't like meeting new people. I don't like talking to people. I just don't like doing any of it. So hence why I literally only talk to you two and like 2 other people.
I feel you on that.
Fuck you, David. I heard that.
So my husband and I met online dating app as well. And I was messaging him through the app or whatever, and then he was like, "Oh, we had messaged quite a bit, and then he asked for my phone number because he's like, "Oh, let me just call you." And I was like, "Call me? Like, who fucking calls people now? That doesn't happen. I don't talk on the phone."
Sorry.
Like,
my phone
no.
is not for phone calls.
No, it's not for phone calls.
I would much rather just call you and tell you something and then be done with the conversation than send 7,000 messages.
With people you don't know?
Absolutely.
Oh my god, no. No.
I don't like notifications. I don't like notifications.
You're weird about that. You're weird.
I hate notifications on my phone. If I have a notification and I'm doing something, I have to look at that notification. So I have to stop what I'm doing. So I would much rather just have my phone not be blown up by notifications. I'll just call you, talk to you for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and that's the end of the conversation, and we separate for the rest of the day.
I think that's OCD.
It absolutely
about
is.
The notifications.
It absolutely is.
So I gave him my number, and he immediately called me, and I'm like, pissed. Like, I don't want to talk on the phone. So I answered the phone. We were on the phone for an hour. Most of it was him talking, to be honest, because I think he just likes the sound of his own voice now that I married him. But yeah, so just the talking piece.
Someone's gotta.
Yeah. But now the thing that my teenager does, because I think the generational things are neat, how they are so different, is like they're on camera all the time. Like,
I hate FaceTime.
Oh, FaceTime?
Yeah. Fucking hate
all the
it.
time.
I refuse to use it.
He'll be making a sandwich and like she's still on the phone, like there. Or like he'll be coming up to talk to me and like she's on the phone. I'll be like, well, just come back and talk to me when you're not on the phone. And he's like, no, no, I'm not talking to you. She's sitting right there. No.
You know what I think it is though? Because like I know David and I are the same about this. Spending time with like a significant other, we don't have to actively be doing something for it to be quality time. Like if we're doing something that we enjoy and they're like next to us doing something that's quality time. I think that's a generational thing where if they're on if they're on FaceTime with whoever it is and they're doing whatever they want to do and the other person is doing whatever they want to do, that's their quality time. Because there's such a they can now with technology. I think that's what that is.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I'm just I don't know.
What blows my mind is they'll be on the phone for hours, and 90% of it they won't.
Yeah, it's just silent. No. It's silent the whole time.
It's like they're spending time with each other, but they're not actually physically together. Yep. It's very strange. Drives me nuts. Okay, let's talk about the worst date you ever had.
I got one.
Okay, go.
Let's call it the fish on the mountain. So, you'll get there in a minute. Dating app, again. It's very easy to church up your pictures and change them from the way you look to the way you look in the pictures. I set up this date. I was like, we'll just go hiking, whatever, bring your dog, whatever. And we did.
Was this your first date?
Yeah. This is the only date. I did not. There was no other one. We went hiking. And like it was not a bad conversation for about half of it. Mind you, there was a significant weight difference. And I'm not judging people who like to be, heavier set. Not my thing. Not my preference. If you want to live that, that's fine. Like that. It's just not my preference. But we got up and she just like started divulging so much personal info about her life that I was just like, cool. Like, this is we're meeting each other for the first time kind of thing. And like telling someone you have a kid. Wow. Yeah, like telling someone you have a kid on the first date, I think should happen. Because like that just sets like, hey, I have this in my life. Cool. Mm-hmm. But the rest of it, like ex-husband, all that fun jazz, and like, I was just like, cool. Didn't need to know any of this. I don't want to be here anymore. And it was like an hour and a half, 2 hour like hike. It was a good amount, yeah.
I will say, if a guy said, do you want to go on a hike for a first date from an online, I would not do that.
I think she suggested it.
That's serial killer vibes.
She suggested it.
I don't care who suggested it.
Yeah, I would reverse even. If a guy, I would not. Girls can be psycho too.
Yeah, I know. I don't mind being stabbed.
And you're getting jumped by 4 dudes.
That's true too.
Yeah. So, yeah, hiking, that seems scary. So that was your worst one?
I gotta say, yeah. Okay. I don't have that many bad. I also haven't dated that much, to be honest with you.
David?
So it was back in elementary school.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, I have another story after this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Me and this girl used to like, because passing notes was like the thing back then.
Yep.
We
would do that shit all the fucking time.
Roll them up, like put them in the pen, put the cap on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then one day we were like, okay, we should, actually hang out outside of school, whatever. And she was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So we meet up at like the park that's like right next to the school. And we're just sitting there, and I try to initiate conversation, like, hey, what's up? And she's just sitting there like this, like twiddling her thumbs.
Awkwardly.
I was like, oh, okay, so what do you think about class? Class is... Dude, what the
fuck? Twiddling?
Yeah, dude. I'm like, okay, so like, did you want to leave, or like, what's going on? And she just, all right, dude. Well, I'm leaving, I guess. Have a good day. And then
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Do you think she was nervous?
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. I'm sorry, big girl.
Yeah.
I just dropped my phone on my dog.
My brain didn't register that at the time, so I was like, "This bitch weird." And I left.
Did you guys continue to pass notes, or was like that it?
No, that was it. That was it.
Oh god, I also have a grade school date story that I completely forgotten about. And I'm gonna blame this one on my father because he was a cop back then. I'll get there. So
he was a teacher.
He was cop, or military cop, teacher, manager at a trucking company, back to teacher.
Your dad have a stage name?
There's a list of no.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Something.
No, wow, Jen. Way to connect the dots on that one. Anyways, so same thing, was passing notes, you know, all the time. We'd been in school together for like fucking couple of grades at this point. I think it's like 6th, 7th grade. Can't drive, so parents. I pass it out and I'm like, hey, let's go to the movies, because that's the only thing to do other than just to like go fucking do nothing in a field somewhere.
Right, back and forth.
Yeah.
Down Main Street.
So I'm just like, we didn't have a Main Street. It was called Main Street, but like it was like closed down. Oh, okay. There's your camera. It was like closed down businesses and like a laundromat. It was our Main Street. But I was like, let's go to the movies. And she's like, yeah, okay, cool. So I picked a movie. My parents bought the tickets, whatever. And come time to go, my mom picks me up here. Well, not picks me up, but like takes me. We're going to the movies. We're gonna meet them there. And like my mom was gonna chaperone. We were gonna drop her off on the way home, pretty much. She never showed, and I didn't know anything. No, I will get there. I didn't know anything about it until actually this year. I had no clue until this year, because I went home a couple weeks ago and was talking with my parents. My dad had arrested our mom that night for some drug deals and stuff like that. I had no clue until like very recently, and apparently my mom had called him because he was working nights by that point, and he was like, yeah, she never showed. He was like, oh yeah, she's not, and he told her, and they just decided to not tell me. And I didn't know anything about it because I don't think she showed up to school for a couple days after that, because obviously mom's in jail and dad wasn't in the picture. And I was just like, well fuck. Okay. Like,
what was going through your head?
I don't remember.
Those first couple of days,
to be honest with you, I don't remember.
Like, bro, did she die?
Did she like leave?
Holy shit, dude.
Oh god. I have another embarrassing story if you guys want to hear it, or if anybody else has anything to share.
I have one, but I will gladly hear your embarrassing story first.
Amen.
So, as a 7th grader, I was dating a 9th grader. Well, dating is a loose term. In my mind, it was. But we went to the movies once, and this it was not stalking. It was not stalking, okay? We went to the movies once. We had talked a lot. And like, I had known her for a while as well. Small town and all that fun stuff. Went to the movies, had the date thing. This was when texting, you actually had to pay for each text you sent because we didn't have it in our plan. And my tiny brain didn't understand this. I was just like, I have a phone that sends messages now. I can do this, and I'm just fucking like typing away on my like 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch keyboard. It's like, oh my god. Anyway, so children do not know how to break up with each other, because we went on the date and she had started talking to an older kid that was like more her age, because there was like a 2 or 3 year age gap between us. She was older. She never told me that, and I just thought in my pea brain that they were really good friends, which they were. And I'm just hanging around. Really, I was just hanging around them, and it turns out I was third wheeling for like a solid week.
Hey, buddy, can you?
Oh man.
Yeah. It's a great time in my life. I just remember like her telling me that, or like I think she put a note in my locker. And I'd like read it and just was like, just like thinking back on the entire week, just like,
Okay,
Well,
follow-up question that you made me think of something. Have you ever ghosted someone?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So many times.
Why? Why ghost instead of just saying, hey, I'm not interested?
Because I was leaving Germany for good.
I just didn't want to deal with them anymore.
Fair. Both fair. Okay. So my worst story.
To be honest, also, sorry, not to cut you off. It's a terrible thing. Don't ghost people. Just tell them straight up. I don't have any feelings or interest.
Honestly,
and just get it over with. But like,
honestly, you know, I have mixed feelings because I totally agree. I think you should just be upfront and be like, hey, it's not there. But when I was doing online dating, there was this guy um who I said that to, like, well, actually, I didn't even like he had messaged me and wanted to like talk and hang out, and I like looked at his profile, and he was like a big time hunter, and all of his pictures were like with dead animals, and I'm a huge animal lover. It just was not, no.
Not copacetic.
And yeah, it's not gonna happen. I don't want to like watch you like skin a deer. That's not my thing. Um, and so I told him, I was
Yep.
like, hey, I'm sure you're nice, but I'm not really interested.
Gets me
And
hot.
yeah, I know. I'm sure. Skinning animals. That's so sexy. Uh,
No, we're cutting that.
It's
We're
not.
cutting that
It's
out.
not getting
Oh
cut.
no.
That's in there.
Oh my god.
but he starts flipping out, like screaming, like text. It's all through the messaging
Oh yeah,
system or
just
whatever.
like all caps, like
Just
furiously.
yeah, like screaming. And I was like, and I said, look, dude, like I'm a huge animal lover. You're a big hunter. Like that's not for me. And he's like, well, do you eat meat? Do you eat meat? Well, I'm like, oh my god, just stop. Block. This is not even worth it. So that one was just stop. And then the bad date story leads
Oh.
into ghosting. Yeah. So um the bad date. So this guy, online dating, and we were hitting it off really well. Great messaging. I had a kid, he had a kid, so we talked about parenting and all that fun stuff. Never brought up like red flag ex-wife stuff. Didn't talk about any of that.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, you've passed all of the like the check boxes. Now let's go ahead and meet in person. So
Mhm.
I was like, oh, where do you want to meet? And he picks this place that is essentially like the equivalent of Hooters. Okay.
Twin Peaks.
I'm not for a first date. What?
Still do kill?
Tilted
What?
Kill. Twin Peaks.
No, it's called Fox and the Hound. It's a local place here. Yeah. It's just like it sounds, Fox and the Hound.
Trying
Um
to picture.
yeah. So,
Can take
I
her
don't
right
even know
now.
if it's open anywhere. Yeah. I don't know if it's open anywhere, honestly, but it was a place where the waitresses all dressed super scantily. Like, fine, okay, that's fun, but not on your first date. It
That's
just
not a
seemed
first
kind of,
date place. No,
yeah,
not
it
not at
wasn't very
all.
classy. But I was like, okay, maybe he just really likes the wings or something.
No
So
one goes to
I'll give that one a
Hooters.
yellow. Okay. Um, so I get there and I wait for 20 minutes and he's
Oh,
still not there. He's still not there. And
No.
I ordered a drink. I ordered one drink and had a drink because I'm like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? I'm just sitting here.
okay.
So finally he texts is like, oh, I'm running late, whatever. So I think he ends up being like 35, 40 minutes late. Okay.
That's
Whatever. Shit happens, traffic, whatever. Okay. He gets there, sits down. The waitress comes over. Um, she, asks if he wants to order anything. He orders, I don't know, like a quesadilla and a beer or something, and I order another drink. Um, and she walks away, and he immediately starts insulting her, like making fun of her, making fun of her voice, making fun of the way she looks. And I'm just like, what the what? Are you serious right now? Like,
okay.
okay. So then the food comes and he proceeds to like open mouth chew, like whole time. Like you just see everything yes, like
Oh,
cow style. It was so bad.
I can
And like
picture this man in my head.
talking and eating, and it was awful.
The more you're
Okay.
describing, the more I'm like creating an
Yeah.
image of what this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So then he starts talking about his ex-wife and that whole, and like rudely talking about her, talking about
Oh,
all the drama. Okay. And this guy, it had been all like I was picky. So I would not even have met him if it hadn't
we say
been half decent
all
up to this
this
point.
for in-person stuff.
Yeah, in person. And so, yeah, so he starts talking about that. Also, like I work with, crops and GMOs. And he was like super anti-GMO. And I was just like, okay, this is not gonna work, obviously.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's
So
all.
he finishes eating. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave, whatever, it's getting late. So he was like, okay, whatever. And he pays for my one drink. I paid for my first one. He
Yeah,
paid for the one I had
at
on
least he
his
did
tip.
that.
Yeah. So we walk out, and this guy must be stupid because he still tries to kiss me in the parking lot. And I'm just like, dude, you are not picking up anything because I am clearly like
Talk
trying to
about it
leave.
afterward.
Yeah, it was so bad. So I like, like dodged awkward hug thing, and I was like, oh, okay, and I like back
Just do the.
walked to my car. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then I I don't think I said anything that night, but then the next day I texted him and I was like, hey, it was nice to meet you, but I'm just not feeling it. The chemistry's not there. And he was like super pissed, and he said some, whatever, pissed, whatever. And then he goes, next time, buy your own drink. I'm like, dude, you paid for one drink and you're gonna complain like that? Whatever. So
You
Why
show
do
great taste.
why do
yeah.
people hate rejection? I don't get that.
I don't know. I mean, because it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel
Just
like you're not good
sensitive.
enough. And I think people just need to realize, like, they're not the one for you. Like, there are how many, 8 billion people in this world? If they
It's
don't
too
like
many.
you, trust me, you will find someone else who does.
Maybe this says something about me. I feel relief if I get the rejection. I don't know why, but like if we go on a date and I'm just like, it's constantly like a fucking whirlwind of like wool and all this, and I'm like looking at it, and like if it goes well, then it's still fucking there. I'm just like, well, what do I do now? I'm like, how does this go? Does it do it? And if they
So
just
it's
tell me,
relief. No, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say if they just tell me like, hey, it's not working, I'm like, oh god, thank God, I gotta stop thinking about it. And I fucking move on.
So it's relief whether it's going well or not.
No, only the fucking rejection. Then I'm like, oh well, I don't have to care about that anymore. I can just move on with my life.
So it could be going really well. You both are having a blast, and you still want the relief of the rejection.
Not want the relief of the rejection. I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying it is
Oh,
a
okay.
relief from the if I
Yeah, but then
get.
I was
you don't have to do the
What
overthinking thing.
is
Like,
this?
ugh,
Oh,
that's
that's what it is.
exhausting.
Okay.
I had another one.
Just don't
So,
overthink.
Say what?
Just don't overthink. No biggie.
Oh yeah, just shut it off.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. Uh, the another one I had was another guy seemed very nice, passed all the nice little, check
Checklist.
boxes. Yep.
Prelims.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed like he's not a serial killer. Yeah, just seemed nice. Um, and so he lived on one side. He lives over on the Illinois side, and I'm over on the other side of like St. Louis. And so we met in St. Louis, which was in the middle.
Mm.
And the we I get there first because I want to like be there first and just set up and put myself up for this.
What are
He
you
pulls
setting up?
up.
No, you gotta
I
you gotta
did.
show
I
up
was like, oh yeah.
beforehand to like prep yourself.
Yes,
I do
that's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
thing.
I have to like prep myself.
If
Like I'm in this. Like this is what I'm doing.
if I
I
set the
got there.
I am
date
a
for
wing
three,
kind
nah.
of guy.
If I set the date for 3, I'm there at 2:30. Just like
Yeah, yeah. Like get
okay.
my bearings. This is a
2:59,
comfortable
baby.
spot now. Yeah.
Help.
2:59. Yeah. Um, he pulls up in
3:05.
literally the biggest truck I've
Ah,
ever seen.
was it?
Like high. What? Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
It
I
was
just
lifted, huge, like dually, just huge, huge truck,
Yes, it
giant
was big.
tires. Okay. No, he gets out. Okay. And it didn't say how tall he was in the app. He gets out of the car and he is a short man, like
short
shorter
kings.
than me.
Short
Yes.
kings.
No. David, you're taller than
Okay,
I am.
okay. Let's calm down here. All right.
But it was like this
Is he?
giant truck, and
Is he taller than you?
yeah,
Am I?
I'm only 5'4".
Oh, I am.
David's 5'2".
No, that's not what we're gonna do.
um, yeah, so he was shorter than me. It was very awkward. And coming out of that huge truck, it was like watching a clown get out of a car because of the size difference.
It's a reverse clown.
He's
Yeah.
starting off the entertainment of the night strong.
Did he?
Anyway, it was nice, and I'm not gonna judge him for his height. So yeah, I don't know. Didn't find that out.
I feel like you did judge him, whether you said you were going to or not.
He gets out the truck, she spits out a drink.
We had a nice meal, and then we went to like a bar that was around the corner, and we played pool. And
Did he get him a step stool?
shut up, Frank. No. As we're playing pool though, like he kept doing this thing, and I think he thought it was sexy, but it was really creepy. But he'd get like real close to me and whisper in my ear, like constantly. Every time he'd get close to me and be like just whispering, not even saying like sexy things, just whisper talking in my ear. Yeah. You're cutting out here.
None of that went through.
What the fuck?
All I heard was.
I mean, essentially, that's
It was
what
like
I'm
S sounds.
Oh, do you want me to get you another beer? Like,
No.
I guess.
Just ask me.
To enjoy this, I guess.
Be
I don't
normal.
know. Anyway, so that one was awkward, and we had a couple drinks, and then I was like, oh, I gotta get back or whatever. And so we're walking back through like downtown St. Louis, and these people stop us. They're getting married in the middle of this, I don't know, grass park area. It wasn't even a park. It was like the grass in the middle of a city block.
Like a pavilion?
They're getting married there, and they're like
yard.
wanting us to witness. And I'm like, I'm not doing this.
I'm not being a witness.
Yeah, this seems like a spur of the moment bad decision. I've been there, done that. I'm not gonna do that.
Absolutely. Slap my signature on that paperwork.
He did. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. So yeah. So I go back to my car the whole way home. I'm just like, oh my God. So I don't text him, and then the next day again I say, I'm a nice person. I don't want to ghost, and I said, hey, wasn't there. Chemistry's not there. Blah blah blah. He sends me like long messages, like just tons of them. Oh, I thought we were really good together, and blah, and all these things, like trying to convince me. And I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Gotta talk it through.
Gotta
talk it through.
This is not helping. And so we just, we went our separate ways.
However, you need to process this. You process it. I'm gonna go, but we were good. No. I also pictured you, like, wherever you guys met, just be like, see this giant truck pull up and be like, nerd. And then you go to look for your date and you're just like looking, and then you get like a tug at your pant leg and you're like, what do you want?
No,
Hi.
I mean, yeah, like it was comical. It was something you would see in a movie. This truck was so obnoxiously big, and like I'm from the country, like I've seen big trucks, and this truck was bigger than any I've seen. It looked like it should have been a monster truck, and the guy was just not. Yeah. Anyway,
Perfect.
so then I'm immediate like, I am judging. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, you're overcompensating. Got short man syndrome, I guess. I don't know, but it was just, yeah, it was definitely awkward. The whisper thing, that was.
I always try to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I never feel like they land, and now it's just awkward.
It was awkward.
That's why I developed a sense of humor.
Oh, goodness. Okay, those were our worst dates.
Speaking of awkward, was a great segue.
Okay.
Into the awkwardness of dating.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how you guys have experienced this, but every time I try to go in for the first kiss, it's never gone the right way.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. I hate it.
I sweat normally because I'm.
You're a sweaty person.
But I am drenched as soon as I start thinking about it because the end of the date is coming around.
Oh,
like, fuck, dude, what do I do? How do I do this?
It's that Key and Peele sketch where he's just doing the interview, and every time it pans back over to him, more sweat. It's like a hose just over you, just pouring water.
Yeah. So my husband and I on our first date,
awkward first kiss.
Yes.
Awkward. Oh, yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my husband and I on our first date, we went, anyway, date was fine. Afterwards, we're going back to our cars, and he walks me back to my car and starts like kissing me. Okay. But he's like, I don't want to say forceful, but like leaning, and
it's
so
like the
to the point where I'm like pushed up against my car, like, and it was just too much because I'm not. I don't know. I guess I am a bit of a prude sometimes, So it's just too much.
I highly doubt that.
Heavy makeout session. Shut up. Okay. It was a heavy makeout session, which I was not prepared for. Okay. So then I find out later.
He probably wasn't mentally prepared for it either, to be honest with you.
Well, I found out like years afterwards that he had gone to work the next day and they had asked him how his date went. And he was like, oh, the date's good, but she's a really bad kisser. And I was like, I'm not a bad kisser. I was trying to move because you're mushing my face. So yeah.
In his defense, he didn't know that.
No, he didn't know that, but it was like
We're
you
dense
both
people.
were,
That's true.
like, I'm not a bad kisser. You were just too much at once. Anyway, yeah. So
Oh my
it was
god.
awkward though.
I feel like that's every guy's instinct before
It's
they
just
actually like
learn.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you know what I mean?
No, it's the child. It's the child thing. Because that's okay. Now, okay. I know this is gonna sound weird for a second,
Hey,
but
hey.
you know when children they love things, they don't know how to express that emotion, so they crush it. That's where that comes from. It just kind of gets verted into that, and then we're just like ah.
Yeah. Well, it was too much. And I was not a bad kisser, and he was like, "I'm glad you got better." I'm like, I wasn't bad.
Glad you figured it out by the second go round.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, oh, I just magically learned between date 1 and date 2 how to kiss. Like,
Boy,
come
the
on,
clock was ticking on that one.
Yeah, you don't watch YouTube videos on this stuff?
You don't have
That's how I learned.
fruit in your fridge that you practice on.
Oh God.
Different kind of practicing.
Ah, there it is.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
But you got to figure out what you like and don't like. That's all
I
I'm
know
saying.
what I'm gonna be 35. I'm there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but this was, I don't know how long ago.
What? When I met my husband? That was 7 years ago. So, 7 years.
Math. 27.
Yeah, it's hard.
22.
27. 27, buddy. 7 years ago, she's 35. Right
that
now?
would be 8.
28.
28. You said 22, David.
We did this.
You said 22.
Jen, give us the fucking brain
We
cells.
cannot do math.
I was closer than him. He said 22.
Okay. So we talked about worst date. We talked about awkwardness and awkward kissing. I want to know good things, like best date.
Ooh. God.
I don't know if it would be considered a date.
I'm sorry, I gotta go back to that. I said that with such confidence. Because I knew you were wrong, so I was like, I'm right.
You're both wrong. Like always.
All right.
Anyways. So the first time me and my wife had ever gone out together, I'm not going to go into detail, but
no, every detail. I want to know it all.
We went to a bar. We were hanging out. It was a bunch of us.
Which bar?
Hanging out, whatever. The fucking.
What time? What night was it?
One.
Oh God. I know which one. I know which one you're talking about. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I mean,
they're all terrible
here.
here.
Pool.
Well, okay. All right, I'll give you that one.
We're playing pool, fucking whatever. Starts getting late. Everybody's heading home. And then we got a cab together, or Uber, sorry. And she said something to me. That was way out of left field. I did not see coming. And here we are married. So that was the best date.
How long ago was this? 9 months?
Sure. I think it was 2 years ago?
Jen got the joke.
I got it.
Oh,
there it is! There it is! I can see the wheels turning in his head. That's all I was waiting. You leaned back and you were just like, wait, what? And then I could just see him just going.
What the fuck does 9 months have to do with anything? Oh, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh! There's steps.
Yeah. All that was connecting.
Oh, good dates. I'm trying to think of. I have a lot of them. I think my favorite go-to is bowling. I love bowling.
Bowling is fun.
I'm terrible at bowling. Well, I shouldn't say terrible. I'm okay at bowling. But even if you're terrible at bowling, it's just a fun date. It's a fun date idea.
Nobody is awesome at bowling, so it's like there's no pressure to like be awesome. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
There's a lot of good people at bowling.
No, okay, but you're not. The odds of you
Yeah, no.
going on a date with someone who's really good at bowling are not very
Oh,
high.
okay, okay. The odds of me going. I was about to say, Jen, I'm a white man. We excel at being good at useless sports, i.e., bowling and golf,
I know my husband is good at bowling. It's annoying.
and
So
tennis.
yeah.
Tennis.
Tennis was good. I played tennis
Still
back in
though,
middle
I'm
school.
saying like
Sorry.
even the average girl is not going to meet an awesome bowler. Like you're not going to be bowling 300. I'm sorry on your first game.
Wow, that's
It's not going to happen.
pick me girls would
Oh, shut up,
be a good
David.
bowling.
What is this a
Aggressive.
pick me thing?
We get it,
Actually,
Jen. You're different.
when you I never said that. I
Yeah,
never said that.
actually, you did, just not on
The
camera.
one thing I said was I don't do that. And you said that's because you're not a woman, is what you told me, which was not very
That was a
nice.
David.
I didn't
That
like
was a
it.
David line.
I am a
That was a
woman.
David line.
Ooh.
Whom stuff?
But okay. So what were we talking about? I lost it.
Bowling. We went down a
Ideal date.
tangent with bowling. Oh, ideal
Yeah.
dates.
Ideal dates. Yeah.
Sonic drive-through.
Well, best dates ideal. Okay. Why?
It's simple.
Very random.
So here's the thing. Okay, it's populated, so like they're not that they feel safer ish because there's like people around, but like you're kind of isolated in your own little bubble inside your vehicle. So
Yeah,
like,
it's true. Instead of like being in a
yeah,
restaurant.
like in a restaurant surrounded by people, it's loud. You can turn the radio
Yeah.
on, listen to whatever you want, put the aux cord on now. Because I did this when I was like just learning to drive, so we had not that technology.
Bluetooth
Old man.
didn't exist.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the shit food. Actually, I love Sonic food, but like it's not like a good restaurant to be like, let's go on our first date to Sonic. But like, it's nice. You can just be
It's
alone.
low key.
My
Yeah, hang
go-to
out.
is the typical dinner in a movie.
That's also true. I love movie dates. I don't have to talk to
I
you.
just love movies, though. Yeah,
Same.
exactly.
See if that just physical chemistry is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our first date was just it was supposed to just be a movie. My husband's a huge Ninja Turtle fan.
Supposed to be.
No, not that kind of supposed to be. It was supposed to be a movie, but when we got there, the movie was sold out. So there was a like bar pub called It's called Hot Shots, but it's like a I don't know. Can't even think of the equivalent. Applebee's, but more drinking, I guess.
Oh. More
Yeah,
drinking,
like
less
that
food.
kind of. Yeah, exactly. So we go and we ordered a bucket of beer, and
Buckets.
he finished. Yeah, I love. He finished one beer, and I finished all the rest. In the time he finished one, and he was and he was like, "Who is this girl?" But I'm from the country. We drink a lot. Like that's what we do.
And
And
like it there we.
yeah, exactly. And so then we went to the movie. But see, I guess it's different. If I were meeting someone and we hadn't really had conversations, I'm okay with the or I would not want to do a movie because
No.
then you don't get to talk.
Well,
So you don't get to
movies.
like know them
Yeah, movies not a first
or
date thing.
even meet them in person.
Movies a
Yeah.
third date thing.
I'm okay with movie for first date if we've had conversation, beforehand. So, and of course we had because again, my husband likes to hear himself talk. So, lots of phone calls. So.
What situation would you be in where you wouldn't have talked to them at all?
So, well, I was about to get to that because I'm a much different texter than in-person talker. So, like, I can text you a conversation perfectly fine and legible because I can proofread and correct everything. But like talking to me in person is completely different, and you're both. Well, actually, I just text you like I talk to you now. Both.
Frank is just sitting there twiddling his thumbs, David. He's the thumb twiddler.
I am the thumb twiddler. I will have a conversation about something, but like it's more or less like you talk about what you want to talk about because like it interests you, and I'll listen and be like I'll chime in. I'm not gonna have. I don't do like conversation topics. Like that's just you talk about what you want to talk about. I'll listen, chime in occasionally, and like that's our conversation.
So
Dates with you sound thrilling, Frank.
Oh my god.
Welcome to my life.
Question. Sex on the first date. We already know David's answer.
I don't want to put his
Is it
relationship.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Seriously though. sex on the first date. This is something that girls overthink. And I am a girl, okay? So.
Oh shit! It is a David thing. God damn it.
What?
So it's
She said
something
I
that
am a
girls
girl,
really
and I said,
overthink.
Oh,
See?
that is a you thing. Yeah.
it wasn't me.
I think it. You say it.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck you.
I don't have a penis, okay? Just for clarification. Technically,
It's
a lady.
2023. You can do whatever you want.
I am a cat.
I
Nope,
understand
take that back.
why they don't want to.
I
But
went on a
I
ride with that camera.
Also, don't care.
Yeah,
if
I
you
don't.
do or not.
I don't care.
So if you do, it doesn't make you think any differently about the girl.
No.
No, if anything, I think highly of her. I have low self-esteem,
Really?
so like, if you want to do that right off the bat,
Yeah, if we're right off the
I
rip,
did something fucking way right. You know what I mean?
that's
So,
validation. If I show up and like am my awkward self, fucking awkward like bullshitty ADHD can't stick onto one topic self, and that's immediately where we go to off the rip at the end of the first date. Fucking validation right there.
I'm saying. I mean,
Okay.
take me for example. I'm married now.
Yeah, he's been dating his wife for 9 months.
So good. All right. So if sex on the first date is not a red flag, what are some of your other red flags? What about overindulging
Oh God.
or oversharing?
Oversharing is a huge thing, which I am kind of a hypocrite with that, which I've gotten a lot better at. Because once I start talking, that shit just rolls.
You're just nervous and you're just.
I'm just a rolling. Yep.
You're a rambling man.
I'm a rambling man. Let's see what else.
Being too quiet.
Yeah.
Don't fucking sit there and do this.
Okay.
With
Yeah,
your
I mean.
mouth open. Ugh.
Also, fucking for the love of God, don't be on your fucking phone.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate that.
It's
one.
so
That's
infuriating.
a good one.
I used to have a rule where we would, on dates, we would put our phones in the glove box and leave them. We just wouldn't have them on us.
Serial killer vibes.
Not like first date. This is like
I'm seeing a pattern.
This
hiking, and you have to put your phone in the glove box.
no, this wasn't.
Seeing a pattern here.
We're
going hiking.
This
put
was
your phone in my glove box.
This was during my like actual relationship. Like this was back then. Like on actual date nights, we would just leave our phones in the truck and then go do dinner or whatever.
For like the first few dates, once you get to know each other, I don't care. Because I'll talk to you while you're doing your thing, or you'll see something interesting, and we'll talk about it, whatever.
I have one.
But,
I have one.
Getting to know someone and during that initial dating, but don't fucking do it.
So
it's so annoying.
This probably it's a red flag for me. Talking to you constantly all day long, and then we go on a date, or like we go on a date, and then you still want to talk. Like I just spent 12 hours talking to you on the phone. I have nothing new to tell you or talk about on this date, and you still want to talk.
What happened between the 10 minutes we haven't been texting and now?
Exactly.
I
hate that. Even like just normal days. Like
that's a pet peeve now.
Yeah. We will have conversations, like 30, 45-minute conversations, hour-long conversations, whatever. And then I'll hang up the phone and just go back to doing what I was doing and just be perfectly content in the silence of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And then, ding, another text message. Like, we just got off the phone. Like, no.
It's too good. Yeah. I'm definitely the ding, ding. Yeah, I drive my husband nuts. He's like, or if I call him because he's not a texter, I'll call him and I'll be like, hey, oh, what's going on? Like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, and he just tries to get off the phone as fast as possible. And I'm like, I sit and listen to you talk to your friends for hours on the phone. I'm your freaking wife. He's like, yeah, but we're together all day long.
I spend all day with you.
That's true. There's nothing new.
Yeah.
Let me go get some new and then update you.
Or the moon, or I don't care, Bigfoot. We can talk about whatever you want.
I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, see,
exactly.
That,
see you later, I gotta go.
Well, that, first off, but like, that's like trying to force sidebar conversations that aren't forcible. Or at least for me. Because like, you call me and you're like, oh, and then you want to like, we can talk about whatever. It's like, now you're forcing it. those conversations are good when they happen naturally, but like when you call me and try to like force one of those conversations, it's not gonna happen. Now you're forcing something to happen that you're like, oh, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Red flags. Other red flags.
I'm pretty loose with them. I can deal with a lot.
Yeah, honestly, same.
Yeah, I don't really have that many red flags. Like obvious ones, like serial killer, murdery vibes, catfishing.
Biased. No, catfishing. That's a big one.
Catfishing is a big
serial
one.
killer.
Well, yeah, that's
50-50. We'll see how it goes.
If it's the rough,
Either be
like,
dead or,
if it's the rough, eat me alive kind of serial killer, I'm gonna pass. If it's like you're gonna stab me 6 times, you know.
No, you have me at both.
No, what you're into.
Finish the rest of the story, my guy. I gotta see where this goes.
That was the end of it. That was the end of it.
Yeah, I really don't think I have any others.
It's centered in my camera, I guess. Yeah, I don't.
It's been so long, like I can't even like. There's a lot of things that happen in the moment, but.
Oh god. Yeah, I haven't dated all that much, to be honest with you.
Damn.
I mean, the breadth of experience that I'm coming from, which like teenage years don't count because I was just a different person.
Yeah.
But
oh god, yeah.
like it was
God,
a different person. And then the time I did online dating. So I had a serious relationship for like 3 years and we split up, and then I started doing online dating, and then I met my husband. And so I only did online dating for like 6 months, but like the handful of things that I'm talking about are like
I had years.
Yeah. So I was married. Well, I was in a relationship prior to the military. Joined the military. Was single. But was immediately sent overseas. And then came back and didn't date. Like I did things, just didn't date. And then immediately got married again. Like almost immediately. So I didn't spend that much time married.
Wait,
or I mean,
you've been married twice?
I've been married once. I was.
Okay.
Relationship and marriage was the same person.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would hate to be dating right now, honestly.
Whatever.
No, I'm just thinking like
Go off,
right
Queen.
now just sounds like a nightmare.
It is. It's miserable. Everything I see about it is just miserable, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I've told my wife multiple times, if like she dies or something happens,
I'm alone. I'm good alone.
I'm marrying
cat.
I'm marrying Old Faithful right here, and we're just gonna have fun.
I am a crotchety 28-year-old man, and that is how I will stay for the rest of my life.
I get mad when people park in front of the house.
I'm aware, buddy.
My God,
I'm aware.
Another human being.
I live in an apartment complex where the parking lot is 5 foot away from my window. I get mad when people walk in front of my window.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Anyways,
that guy now.
Let's talk about some green flags.
Oh yeah, we can do green flags.
Oh, good ones? Okay. For a girl, good relationship with his mom. Like talks nicely about his mother or something like that. That's a big one for me.
Okay.
What about
how man
fathers?
His mom says a lot about what?
So what
Women
about
and fathers?
No, dudes and fathers.
I don't know. Let's see. I guess to me it's just different. I guess because I'm a lady. I want to see how he interacts with the main woman of his life. Like the father, not as important. Now for a girl, totally different story.
Well, she has issues.
There it is.
Yeah, like I have said to my son, like if she has daddy issues, just run away.
No.
Run away. But the thing is, like there are so many girls with daddy issues.
Fucking sprint in the fire.
The generation of men before us was fucking.
It's terrible.
This one too, honestly.
It's all terrible.
Yeah.
Daddy issues.
Green flags. How the fuck do I bring it up and I don't have one?
Oh, I had one. Good cooking. That's a personal one. You could be shit at cooking. I'm okay at cooking. I'm not gonna judge you. Like it's like not a deal breaker if you're terrible at cooking, but if you can cook good, fucking goddamn, that's a green flag.
Ooh, the text me when you get home safe. That green flag. I don't know why. Does it for me.
I think it's nice because you're showing that you care about their well-being.
Never do. I never do.
I always text my wife now.
I never do. Even when I was. I never do. I still don't.
I'm gonna start making you text me.
I know you.
Say to
You
her,
used to.
though? Do you say to her?
Yeah.
Do you tell
absolutely.
her to text you when she gets home?
Me? No.
Yeah,
Oh, Frank.
you.
No, I don't.
No, you're
No.
just like peace. Like,
Well, I mean, I say
Have
drive
fun.
safe. I guess I do say drive safe, but I don't tell her like text me when because I assume she's going to, because she's what.
It's the principle of the matter, my guy.
yeah, you're showing that you care.
He used to tell me to fucking text me when he got home, or when I got home, when we worked out here together. We would leave the gym and be like, all right, I'll text you when you get home.
He's my best friend.
I live. You know what? No. I mean, I'm going to because we're gonna play video games, but like, no.
Other green flags. So like, for me, like you're doing something with your life. You're not like living in your mother's basement, like an artist or something like that.
To an extent.
Yeah.
I have this.
Especially in
you're
this
taking care
economy.
of your mother. That's a different story.
No. I'm saying like even if you're struggling, like you're trying to, but you're actively like working to get on your feet.
Yes, that's fine. But like if you are like, I'm totally legit fine with just living in my parents' basement. No.
Playing RuneScape.
Absolutely not. Hey, don't you knock RuneScape.
Being a Discord moderator.
Hello, kittens.
Let's see what else. Actually, honestly, now if you're nerdy, that's a green flag for me. Like I don't want like there was a guy who I met online dating, but he was like he like I met him in person and he brought 2 friends, which was super awkward.
That is always
or
awkward.
no, 3 friends. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be me and him meeting, and then there were like 3 other people. So it was awkward. It's like me and his friends and him, and they were like, they did 5Ks and they were in a kickball team and all this, and I'm just like,
that's too much. That's too much.
I'm not gonna do all
I'm
that.
so
Also,
glad I didn't marry
so.
into a family that runs on Thanksgiving and shit like that.
Running families, absolutely not. I was about to say that's a red flag. I'm not marrying into an active family.
That's a red flag.
Like,
oh my god! Like working out at the gym, perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, I'm an active person.
Short runs,
yep,
perfectly acceptable.
No, not even that.
Sure, but runs, marathons,
not for me. Not for me, big dog.
Yeah. That's a thing for me too. Like if they're a runner, I'm not a runner. I'm not gonna run. The only thing I run marathons of is Netflix. So no. That's it. I'm a Netflix marathoner.
That actually brings up something I was gonna talk about. I have 2 things actually. How do you guys feel about shared shows, like with your significant other?
What?
Like you pick a series that like this is our show that we're watching together, and like
love it.
You can't watch them without the other person.
I love it.
Because here's what happens. We watch it at night after our kids are finally asleep. So we're both tired. And he fucking falls asleep. And then I don't want to go to sleep yet. So I start watching more episodes. And then he's behind.
There it is.
And
so you're the betrayer.
And we go to watch.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a betrayer.
Yeah.
I'll watch that whole thing. I'll stay up till 5 a.m. watching the rest of the series. And then we go to watch like the next piece. And he's like, ooh, like ask me 50 questions. And I'm like, watch the show. Just watch the show.
So we used to do it when I was married. We used to do it. She would fall asleep within 10 minutes of starting the show. But like, I'm not tired. I'm gonna continue watching the show. If you fall asleep in the first episode, that's on you. That is absolutely on you.
I'm the fall asleep.
You son of a bitch.
I can't help it. Okay, so we're putting on a good show.
Yeah.
You're with the person you feel the most comfortable.
You're comfortable. I get it.
You're gonna fucking fall asleep.
No.
I get it.
I don't.
I'm a night person. Like,
same.
And if I'm into a TV show, like I will literally binge watch forever.
Even if I'm not into it, I don't know how you fuckers fall asleep watching TV.
I can't even.
She used to watch
if
TV.
TV is on.
Oh,
no.
I'm not asleep. She used to put the TV on to go to sleep to. I would stay up to fucking 4 o'clock in the morning watching American Ninja Warrior.
You guys fall asleep in zero noise environment.
No,
That's what
like
you're
I
saying.
have noise on.
No.
It can't be visual stimulant.
No TV. Because then what'll also happen is I'll fall asleep. The TV will keep going for a while until the sleep timer shuts off or it shuts off automatically. And then like you get back to that sleep cycle
I
where
wake
you're in
up.
light sleep and it wakes you up again. And
Yep.
then you're just like, oh
So
shit.
the change in light, so either it goes dim or goes brighter, will wake me up. So like,
Just don't look at it. What do you?
what do you think? I fucking control this shit?
This is here, right? Your head goes that way.
Oh, it's
Don't
almost
fucking
like we're
look
in a dark room with a TV that's bright as shit, blaring into the entire room.
Why is your brightness at 100?
Because I'm blind as fuck, my guy.
That's not good for your vision.
I got glasses. You can't see them.
Anyways, that's a red flag for you, Frank.
Yeah. No, my husband, and it's the best part, my husband wants to like fall asleep to forensic files on, which I love forensic files, okay? But it's like
That is a woman thing.
I'm watching people be dead, okay, or like getting murdered and all these, like while I'm trying to go to sleep. You think I'm having good dreams now?
Why do women love forensic files or murder file case
Show
TV
true
shows?
crime.
It's
the
not.
best.
It's not.
It is.
It's dull.
Yeah, actually,
It's boring.
That's a red. That's a red flag for
Red
me.
flag?
My
Fucking
husband
A
likes
red flag?
forensic files, so.
Oh
Yeah.
god. This is.
I had a question.
Yep.
Sorry. I wanted to ask if you've ever used a pickup line.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
all the time.
I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
what's your favorite if you have one?
I have one and I use
or
it
what's
quite
your
often.
good one? Or the one you think is the funniest or whatever.
It's my favorite.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Mine is
You
how
steal
much
it.
does a polar bear weigh?
Oh, okay.
No, like
I know it.
I don't fucking know. Enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm David.
That's nice.
And they're like, what?
I like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's clever. I like that. I would laugh at that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mine.
What's yours, Frank?
You have to like it only. Well, I have two actually. Two of them are my favorite. One's funny. One's kind of sweet. But they have to like. You have to. The person has to have the right like mindset or sense of humor to like for them to land. But the are you lightning? Cause you're my queen. Ka-chow. I fucking love that one.
If somebody said that to me, like,
Gotcha. Yeah. Like I said, they have to have the right sense of humor for that one. Also, the other one is, are your shoes tied? And they say yes or no or whatever. And then you're like, okay, good, because I wouldn't want you falling for anything else but me.
oh my gosh, you actually use those?
I have used that
one.
The second one I've used. The first one
like
I say
someone you
jokingly.
did know or didn't know, like total stranger.
No, total stranger.
I don't have that kind of cojones. I do not.
The Lightning McQueen one is I use only as a joke because I know for a fact.
It's guts. I think it's the lack of caring.
There it is. Yeah, there it is. Because if it doesn't
like,
land,
oh yeah, I got this in the bag. It's more like I don't
this.
give a shit if this works or not.
Like if it doesn't land, then like fucking oh well, it didn't land. Like move on with your life. I'll move on.
You
with
hit them
mine.
with the laughing guns and fucking walk away.
Yeah, but if it does land, they're like, oh, that's clever. It opens the door for conversation. And if it doesn't, it's like, well, all right, have a good day, bye, and I leave.
Oh my gosh, no. Okay, jokingly, I've used this one in a relationship, which is, do you want to play FBI? We can go undercover. Like, I like that one. That's one.
That's a mom one. That is absolutely a mom one.
You know what? I am a mom, so it fits. I like that.
I'm aware. The more I hang around you, the more I understand.
I am cheesy mom in my mid-30s.
That's like you saying, what was it? No cap?
No
there
cap.
it was.
No cap.
Oh God.
On God.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that one on my wife though.
What?
Which one? I don't know what that means.
The FBI one? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
You don't know what means.
On gone.
You know what? We'll just do a whole episode of explaining slang to
We should do
Jen.
an episode on slang because I have no idea how to, like, no.
Yeah, that'll be a future episode.
I do since you're a mother and David's a future father. As parents, because I don't have kids, what are some green/red flags in like people that your children are dating, whether it be males, females, whatever? Because you have both, and David stated.
Manners.
That's a good one.
Manners is
If
a
they
good one.
come over, and they're respectful, polite, and shit like
Yeah.
good to go.
You want to know one right now that I really hate?
Yep, let's hear it.
When you park in front of my damn mailbox every single time you come to our house.
There it
you
is.
Park in front of the mailbox.
There it
and
is.
You're half blocking the driveway.
There it is. There it is.
We live at the cul-de-sac. Or she'll park in front of the freaking fire hydrant. Like, that's illegal.
This has been a ball of energy for however long her son has been dating this chick.
You good? You good now? You got it out?
Just building.
Drives me nuts. Oh, here's something, and this is for anybody. If they do not put their motherfucking grocery cart up,
that's just a simple human thing.
No.
Like
no.
That I don't remember where I heard that, but that was like a test on whether you
subreddit.
Yeah, on whether you should be accepted into like normal society, like civilized society, is if you put your card up or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't, to the wilds with you.
10 steps to put your card. No.
Especially now.
No.
Because like they're like they're an aisle apart. It's not like there's like 3-4 in the entire parking lot. They have like 10 now.
Every 6 cars.
Yeah.
So that's a big one for me. So as a parent, you want what's best for your children, obviously. So it's a green flag for me when they encourage your child to be better. Like Cameron, my kid, dated a girl who would get on to him if his room was too dirty and be like, you need to clean your room, or do your homework or whatever. Stupid, the stuff he needs to be doing. Like, that's a green flag for me. It's a red flag when you just let him do whatever he wants.
I feel like that's the current one right now.
Now is it actually, or is it because you're his mom?
See, that's
I don't know. See, and this is something me and my husband disagree on, because my husband thinks that you should love somebody no matter what, and that like you should just accept everything about them. And I'm on the opposite half.
No.
I'm like, if I do something stupid, you should be the one calling me out. You're my closest person who should be saying like, no, you do better. So.
Oh, I have another topic that we can talk about in a second. Because that brought up a great thing that I had to deal with. Anyways, fuck, I lost my point on that one.
You were asking
if they get onto him, because like I can speak from not necessarily like his perspective, because I'm not 16 and dating again, but well, mentally,
body, same brain.
Yeah, mentally. But like, it's good to push them to do better. Like, if you're pushing me to do better with my life or better myself, great. But like, if you're nagging me about the small things, like, I'm just gonna use cleaning a room as an example. I try to keep my room clean, at least now as an adult. I was a messy child, but like, if you come home and I've got some laundry and like it's maybe a glass, and you're like, you should clean your room, like, okay, come on. I'm a fucking adult and I live a life.
Nagging. I'm not saying be his mother. I'm just saying like when he's getting in trouble and can't see you because he's not cleaning his room, like it's not even like cleaning his room or doing his homework. Like you should be calling him out instead of being like,
oh, that's bullshit. Yeah.
Sneaky about it or something.
There it is. Yeah. Oh, that makes more sense. The sass.
Anyways.
The sass. Oh, what was the other topic? If you do something stupid, then they should call you out. I completely agree. To a certain extent. Because if I do something stupid and it backfires, I'm already kicking myself for it and going through it in my own head. I don't need your shit piled on top of it. Just be like, well, that was shitty, and move on with me. Because just know in my head, and that's like something that you have to like get to know me to know that, and like you're not gonna know it immediately. But like if you've known me for long enough, and I do something stupid, I'm already fucking going through it in my own head. I don't need your shit piled on top.
Down. Like that's not what I mean either. But I mean like with my husband, like he's a huge procrastinator. Like I've never met anyone who procrastinates more than this man. Him and his father, exactly the same. And so like I have to push him to do stuff, like push a lot. And he's like, this is just who I am. You should just love me. I'm like, I do love you. but you could also do better. Like, you could. I'm still gonna love you, but like, come on, just do it now. Just do it and get it over with. So yeah, like it's not nagging. It's not kicking them when they're down. It's like pushing them when they need the pushing. So where he's just like, I love you for who you are, and whatever. And I'm just like, I don't
So
care.
on the note of pushing someone to do better,
Old.
when you okay, so let's say you and your partner are out and about doing whatever, and they say something stupid like the sky is red. Do you correct them then and there, or do you have their back and then correct them in private?
Now,
Um,
have their back. Now.
I'm swinging on anyone who says the sky ain't red.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. But when we get home, babe, what the fuck?
You're a fucking idiot.
What the fuck was that?
I'm a horrible person. I call them out then and there. I'm like, no, what's wrong with you?
So
I know.
I used to do that. And I had to deal with this on my own. This is a me thing that I had to deal with. I used to call them out on that because if I know I'm right, just like the whole 27 thing, I may have not been right, but in my fucking mind, I was right. And I will fight that fucking point until I am dead. And it is especially worse if I know for a fact I'm right. Like if I have the factoids in my brain that say I am right, I will fight you until the day that I die. And I've gotten considerably better at not doing that.
Proud of you, buddy. But
and I'm
speaking
very
of
much
getting
like,
better,
don't be an idiot. I'm not going to be married to an idiot. Like, you know better. This guy's freaking bullet.
To be honest with you, I'm going to give you the, are you fucking stupid look?
Oh, but you're getting the look.
You're getting the look. But if somebody says something like, what the fuck are you stupid? I'm killing you. You're dead.
Roundhouse.
Yeah. If somebody's mean to them about it, yeah, like.
But I bring it to a fault. Even if they're not mean about it, they're just, politely correcting them, I'm still swinging it.
Only I get to be mean to them. Only I get to correct them. Only I get to pick at them. And same for them.
Yeah.
I argue with anybody who argues with Frank, because I'm the only one that let this shit on him.
This is true. And then I get frustrated and I start swinging at everybody.
In the background, what the fuck did I do?
There's so many arguments.
It's actually a really good topic though, because my husband and I have this conversation where, so like our dick neighbor, I'll be like, yeah, that guy, like when they have an interaction and it's just stupid or whatever, and I'll be like, dude, like, you were out there instigating. Like, it's not like you're totally innocent. He's like, you don't have my back, blah, blah. I'm like, I have your back, but you're being an idiot. And I'm not going to tell you, like, you're not being an idiot. I didn't say it in front of the douche neighbor, but yeah, I did tell him in private, like, you're dumb. You're being dumb.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Keep it behind closed doors. If you're going to disagree with your partner, do it in private between the two of you.
Back to green flags, though. Therapy.
Oh, absolutely.
Therapy. This is new. This is newly discovered for me, though, because I just. But it's great. So, green flag.
So you're saying if they go to therapy?
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's, I think, a case by
case.
Bring it on.
Pause. It has nothing to do with with what you say. I completely agree with you. I'm holding my puppy, as you can see. I'll tilt my camera down. She's right here.
Oh, look at her.
She's 4 months old. She just ate. She's still on 3 meals a day. Evenings are considerably bad because we have a full day stomach full of food still.
Mm-hmm.
We get the farts, and I'm supporting her because she just doesn't know how to sit in a lap. So I'm supporting her so she doesn't fall off. She has farted 5 times on my hand, and I can.
Oh my god!
And it's not like I'm specifically holding it, but I'm kind of.
Hand, Frank.
I don't want to. No, I can already smell it. It's wafting up in my face. But I'm holding below her legs, and I can feel her gut on my fingers vibrate as each fart comes out, and she's just sitting there looking at me like, "What do you want?"
You feel that one?
You like that one? I pushed real hard on that one. putting you down. Go away.
Actually, I think it's a green flag if they have pets and they're well taken care of. Red flag if they have pets and they don't take care of them. Like
Ooh.
there was I know my husband dated a girl who never ever scooped her cat box. Like,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. And like
Oh.
I'm like, why were you with her then? Like,
Yeah.
easy, bye. Like,
I mean,
take the cat.
that's kind of like a red flag on if you walk into their house and there's like 2-day-old pizza box on the counter. Like, I know for a fact you went outside today. Just take it to the dumpster when you go outside. Like it's on your walk there.
Let's ease up here. It's just 1 or 2 pizza boxes.
All right.
I think it's okay.
I got some horror stories from the barracks, and I refuse to deal with that anymore.
We're not going down that hole.
But yeah, like if you invite me over, and like I'm not a clean, not a neat person. Put it that way. I am clean, not a neat.
You're dirty.
All right, fuck you. I'm not a neat person. Like things are strewn everywhere, but
It's
like
lived in.
it's lived in.
Yeah.
And like dishes, I don't do the dishes every day. Sometimes I'll cook dinner, put the dishes in the sink, do them in the morning. Okay, but if like I walk in your house and your entire sink is dishes and there's like shit on your table from 2 days ago and like, no.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, no.
My thing is the bathroom.
Ooh, that's another
Like,
one.
if your bath, like I'm in, like, oh my God, there was this guy I dated who, like, every time he'd shave, it was just everywhere and he would never clean it. Literally never clean it.
So
Ever.
that's
Like, he used bar soap and the shower, like, I thought the paint was peeling and it was not paint, it was
bar
soap
soap.
scum. Yeah.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, like when you use bar soap, that's what happens. Like all of
Yeah.
that
Well, I use bar soap.
goes when.
I
Yeah.
use bar soap. I
Yeah.
know. I
Well,
know.
you better clean your freaking shower.
I only use bar soap on specific areas. This is too personal information. This is personal. I have a whole routine when I get in the shower. It is, yes.
Speaking of dating, your routine before you go on your first date.
Oh.
We can. Do you want to go into that? I have a very specific one. It's
I want to know. I'm curious.
So plan the date. Plan on when I'm gonna leave the date. Get an outfit. Existential crisis for 7 hours. Leave for the date. Another 45 minutes of existential crisis, and then the date.
Oh, that's so good and so true.
Get ready to leave, panic.
On the drive there, blasting music, singing, happiest time of my life. Internal, panic.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I mean, I don't have any. Yeah. Yeah, and it's sad, but like I almost have to like go somewhere where we're gonna have a drink so I can at least like be a normal human being and not quiet and socially awkward. I
So
don't
you guys
know.
don't have any weird, specific rituals?
No.
I mean, it's like
At any
shower
point in
and
time, have you?
shave and no, just
No?
get ready. Why? Do you? What's yours, David?
I wouldn't say weird, but before
Why'd you
said
specify
after.
weird for us?
Some people do weird shit.
So what?
I don't fucking know.
Talk to myself in the mirror. You got this.
I do not do that. If
I
I'm at that point in my life, things are not going well.
I had to pick out 3 outfits
Okay.
before, and then panic about what to wear, and then just give up, pick the first one, and then that's it. But I always had to choose 3. I don't know why, but
That is weird.
Oh.
That is a weird
that
one.
was my weird thing.
I don't do that. I put on jeans and then either a shirt with a pocket or like a polo and then my hat. And that's it.
I don't think I've ever worn hats on a date.
I wear hats all the time.
If you wear a hat on a date, I would assume that you are balding.
I take my hat off when we sit down.
I would because it's just like your first date. You're almost like you should be. I don't know. To me, it just. I don't
So
know.
I'm
That's
going to
what's
tell
in
you
my
the
head.
reason why I wear hats. Because I have blue eyes, which you can't tell in the recording, but I have blue eyes. I wear glasses. I don't have transition lenses, but I need sunglasses. So if I don't wear a hat, I'm like the whole time. Because I can't fucking see
What the hell, brother?
because of the sun. So I have to wear a hat so I can fucking see.
Great. That's great. I like that. Yeah. It would be really interesting to hear the other people's perspectives on the date with you guys.
I've gotten those
No.
perspectives.
No.
It would
Never
be
have,
hilarious.
never
Yeah,
will. Good to go.
I think it'd be interesting. Yeah. Like, oh, what'd you think of them?
Go
Like,
on. Go on.
they have
They're,
this
they're all
radio
gonna say the
show
same
here.
thing, that I was the
What?
greatest person in the entire universe,
I
and they're so sad that I'm not.
highly doubt that, but
Yep. That's what he tells himself. That's how he sleeps at night.
How
it's
I
not.
sleep at night
It's
is of
not
no concern to
how
either
he
of
sleeps tonight. I know how you sleep at night. It's not that.
you. Hold up, what you mean?
Anyways, Jen, what do you want to talk about?
No.
Um. So the only thing that we haven't covered on my list was around hookup culture, and
Oh.
if that
Oh.
is the thing now.
Forgot David wanted to bring up a different topic as well that we haven't even touched.
Yeah.
Hookup
What?
culture?
It ties into it kind of.
Kinda, yeah. Which
It's
is
a
what
byproduct.
it's
of
what made me
hookup
think of it.
culture.
I don't give a shit about hookup culture. I don't give a shit about body count. I don't give a shit about any of that. As long as it's not like your main focus of like who you are. Like if you're just a person that enjoys like extracurricular activities and like that's just a thing in your life, great. Yeah, extracurricular. Like and like we go on a date and it's not like an immediate like I've slept with this many people. If you do that, I'm leaving. But like if it just comes out in conversation at some point, cool. I don't give a shit. Like whatever. As long as it's not a continuous thing once we start dating, I don't care. But I don't know. It's kind of where I'm at with it.
Do you tell the people you date how many people you've been with?
If they ask, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
honest?
not something you just fucking.
Yeah. I'm honest about it.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Stab me?
Maybe I'll like it.
Right.
What was your topic, David?
So it's a byproduct of
the hookup culture. Yeah.
So have you heard of what the fuck was it called?
Passport Bros.
Passport Bros.
No.
The first time I heard of it, my sister-in-law mentioned it or brought it up, and her and my wife were talking about it, and then they asked me about it. Now I've seen hella TikToks about it, but so basically, dudes are going from here, like Western countries, to Eastern countries to find women to marry because they have more traditional values and stuff.
Yep. It's so like everyone like the hookup culture here, a lot of dudes that quote unquote more traditional values. It's like a loose quotes on that. They don't like that. They don't like hookup culture. So they don't like the high body count on their women, even though they have a high body count themselves, which I view as very hypocritical. They get a passport, go to a different country to a woman that is very much traditional. Like I saw a TikTok recently, which is the only one that's in my mind. I think she was China, I'm pretty sure. And she was talking about passport bros going over there to find like wives. And she was like, yeah, I think I see it. Okay. And she was like, yeah, you go down to like the farming villages, and that's like they're traditional. All they do is farm, and that's all they know. Farm, make a house. It was like, yeah.
It just popped into my head because I said I seen it, and I thought of how much we send each other TikToks. Another group
all the time
is if they share shit with you, like little shit that they find funny.
Yep.
I love it. I
love
that.
When
my wife does that. Go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah. Anyway, like she was like, that's all they know is how to make a house, a home, and farming and stuff like that, and just to be a wife. And a lot of people fucking love that because, like, tainted, I think would be a good description that they would use for that. She's not tainted by society.
Oh my god. Well, I agree.
I'm sorry. I would
Some
not.
Some of them are like, go ahead.
They are like what? You finish yours first.
Some of them are like out of control.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, calm down. We get it. You don't have to brag about it or make it your entire personality. But at the same time, to think you need to go to another country
to do that, yeah,
it's a bit excessive.
It is.
I don't know.
I think it's very excessive. I mean, to each their own, like always. But I think passport bros are just like the extreme of I don't feel like dealing with this type of shit anymore.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Jen?
I would not want to marry a virgin. Would not want to. I would not want to. I don't, because like experience does wonders.
Don't see this ain't doing it for you, dude.
I am not. I'm not gonna be. I don't want to be your teacher.
All right.
Like, I don't want to
So
know.
here I'm gonna spin a scenario for you in the politest way I can possibly do. Okay.
Okay.
Think of like a just a block of clay. Okay. You get to
Yes,
mold
I
that piece of clay into
understand.
whatever
I
you
get
want.
that, but
So
I
all
just
your
no,
preferences,
no,
you just get to push it right into that little
That's true.
brain mold of a
no,
clay.
because
That's
you
true.
get these.
Hey,
You get.
you've
I. No.
another
No.
analogy. You've built apps before, right?
Yeah, a lot
That's
of
like
them.
our whole job.
And
Not my whole job.
you
Not
get
even
it
close
to
to my whole
do
job.
you get it to do exactly what you want, and you're completely satisfied by that at the end of it.
But I can do that with my husband, who's been with plenty of people. Like, and he knows something about what he's doing. Like, I'm not, and just I don't have to teach him
Does
how to
this
do anything. He
this
knows how
feel
to do
good?
something.
That's my belly button. Oh.
No, like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No, no, no.
I wonder what the mentality behind it is. It's like
Behind.
I think of being able to do that, and I'm like, wow, I wouldn't mind explaining the whole process. Not so much teaching, but like learning together, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Ow.
we no, it's I think about my first times and how they were just awkward as fuck, and it's like I don't want to do no, I don't want the awkwardness. I want it to just like be like enjoyable. I want it to be enjoyable, not a teaching session. So, yeah.
I mean,
Personal
but
preference.
it's the same thing. It was so you're telling me nothing was awkward when you and your husband started dating.
For the first time.
Not really, honestly. It was really, I think, I mean, things move really, really quickly. So I think it was not awkward. Honestly, it wasn't. I mean, maybe he would think differently. I might ask him later though. No.
The whole time he's like, dude, this chick is so awkward.
Just fucking terrible.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong
Whatever.
with her?
He was
You
just
thought
like,
I was a
he
bad kisser.
So smitten.
Wait.
He was so smitten. It was ridiculous. Okay, it was ridiculous. By oh, this is another one. The I love you thing and how fast that comes.
Oh.
I'll say it whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Say whatever you want.
Whenever.
So yeah, I don't give a shit.
Like
So
day 3, they're like,
I don't give a fuck. I can pick up a game, and within 5 minutes of playing that game, I can love that game. What's
That's
wrong
fair.
with it? You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I think he said it.
Don't like take it out of context.
I'll say it. I'll say it
relationships
in
like a
how
video
you
game,
meant. I'm gonna say it in how you meant. If it works for your relationship that you're in and you feel like you can both say it and mean it, then fucking say it and mean it. If you don't, then don't. There it is.
I don't even care if let's say I'm the one who's like I love you, and they don't want to say it back because they don't feel it. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, life sucks. You know what I mean? Like
you don't go across the street, you go up the street. That's
No,
whatever.
Morbid.
That's not...
No.
That was morbid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna make it awkward either. Like, oh, well, you have to say that. You know what I mean? Like,
No, don't do that.
if you don't feel it yet, you don't feel it. Whatever. I feel it. I'm gonna express.
Do not. Best not.
I'm not gonna overdo it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Best not to do
I'm not
it
gonna sin.
during extracurricular activities either. Don't drop it for the first time during that.
Not for the first time. No. Well.
Speaking from experience.
One time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're almost.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyways.
I don't know. I mean,
There's a lot of hormones flowing around during that type of stuff.
There are.
There's one. And we're shooting for the moon, baby. All right? That's it.
That scene from Hitchcock.
Oh,
Straight through the roof. I think this one might get age restricted.
Yeah. I think most of our content is going to have to be age restricted.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, we still have a little bit of time, but if we don't have anything else to talk talk about?
I hit all my questions.
I had one more thing and I can't fucking remember.
Oh, you didn't tell me it. You told me about the Passport Bros thing, and that was all I remember. You playing with your cat?
No, he's biting me, and so I'm hitting him to leave me alone.
Just throw him. He'll land on
Look
his
at him,
feet.
he's just a little shit. Look
All
at
I see is a purple screen, and he looks like he's sleeping
He's
peacefully.
laying down. This is his belly.
chunky.
See? There
Oh,
goes
there he
that.
is. There he is. Oh, his pupils
Like
are
that.
Chunky boy.
dilated. Man's on the hunt. Anyways,
Jerk face.
do you remember your topic yet?
No,
Okay.
I'm sad. I feel like it was a good one.
Well,
Watch me remember as soon as we end it.
oh,
too.
absolutely. That's how it always happens. As much as I don't want to end this because I'm enjoying this conversation, I think we're going to have to end it.
Yeah, I need to go hang out with my mom.
Oh,
So.
God. Mother-in-laws. Wait,
It's
mom?
my real mom.
Oh,
It's
your real
my
mom.
I
mom.
got lucky.
Oh, okay.
My mom. My mom. She's cool. So.
I got lucky. Mine is the same. So.
I don't like hanging out with my actual family.
My
I mean, me
mother-in-law
neither, but-
is the nicest person you will ever meet. Like,
Is
too
that a
nice.
challenge?
Yes. Guaranteed. She is the most mushy, sentimental, feelings loving.
I don't know why I heard cinnamon instead of sentimental. It's like, why is she sentimental?
Oh, goodness.
Cinnamon, is the Cinnamon.
Oh my God. Bring back Apple Jacks. Bring back old Apple Jacks.
Wait,
Like
they don't have
Applejack's
Apple
great
Jacks
again.
anymore?
They do.
It's
It's
different
just
now.
it's different. Yeah. The mascot.
Really?
The mascot used to be a cinnamon stick that was a
Jamaican.
Rastafarian. That was what it was. Jamaican. Same. Not the same thing,
Same
but
thing.
it's not. But
But it
What do
is.
they
one's a
call that?
religion, one's a people.
Political. What's the appropriation? What's it called?
Cultural appropriation.
Cultural appropriation. I can't think of the word.
Jinx, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. Send me a Coke. 2-day air.
Oh my gosh. David, you're
There it
next.
is.
What's gonna be your topic?
next for what?
It's your hosting, buddy.
I can't hear you guys. You guys are cutting out.
There
What
it
was
is.
that?
There it is.
What was that?
Tune in next time,
That was good. I
where
thought he was
we
doing
will
it.
all be figuring out what the fuck we're talking about at the same time.
It'll be a blast. Don't worry.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Thanks for killing our joke, Jen. We really
What joke?
appreciate that.
Yeah, fuck you. We worked hard on that. By worked hard on it, I mean we talked about it for 2 minutes.
And I talked
What
about it
joke?
for 2 minutes. It popped into my head on a dog walk, and then I told David.
Yeah. The pick me
what?
girl thing.
The pick me girl thing.
What? I don't.
It's because you didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
so there was no reaction to be had.
What reaction were you expecting? Me to be mad?
Anything other than what you did.
Just a reaction, not
Yeah.
oh I don't know what that is.
I'm curious.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
Google it now too.
Google,
I-
just look at pick me girls on TikTok. You'll find a whole slew of stuff on there.
I don't want to be like those girls. Can I not be a pick me girl
Amen.
or a normal girl? No.
A
I
dude?
don't do TikTok. Don't do it.
Anyways.
Can't see me.
And
What?
that's cultural appropriation.
It's white culture, so.
Be like Justina?
I'm just saying.
She's white, though.
I'm very white. Pasty white.
It'd be cultural appropriation if you did it. John Cena's white as shit.
Am
I'm
I
white as shit.
And that's white people culture.
Quiz?
I am white people.
There's a quiz for it.
Oh God, please take the quiz.
Oh, God.
I'm taking it. I know
Okay.
the answer. I know. I don't do drama.
All right. Well, I guess we'll end the episode when she's done with the quiz now.
Come on, hurry up. The viewers are
Okay.
waiting.
Let's go. Wrap it up
do you
here.
make it known that you don't do drama? Okay, next question.
You did tell
girl
me
said
a lot.
She does not skate next to you. I don't know what that
Read the
means.
sentence
What?
again.
A girl said she does not skate next to you. What would your likely answer be?
What are the answers?
Yeah, I skate. I'm not like the other girls. I'm unique. I can't skate either. I like to skate. Or so what do you like to do?
This is just the TikTok trendy quiz. This is
I
a
get-
dumb quiz.
I lost brain cells. listening.
Listening to that, yeah.
One guy states that he finds girls to be very dramatic. I
Mhm.
know, right? I only hang out with guys because I can't handle girls' drama. I don't say that.
Mm,
You don't
I
not
don't
say
say
it.
that.
Look at who's in this voice call right now, John, and the gender ratio of this voice call.
Yeah, the fucking drama queens to be all or to end all drama queens.
You guys are the drama queens?
Yes.
Well, David is, but yeah.
We're a bad
I think,
example
okay,
for
for the
dudes
record,
staying
it's
out.
type of drama. It's type of drama. I don't like hair and makeup and clothes. I don't like to talk about boys being the central of the universe. I don't like that.
Who talks
I
about
don't
that?
like that.
Me. The fuck?
Every girl I went to high school with.
That's high school.
No, they still are like that.
Yeah, that place doesn't
It's
exist
all of them.
anymore. Not real. Can't hurt you.
Mine probably won't in the next 2 years. Actually, I think it's getting shut down.
Really?
Yeah, it's too small.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm gonna Google some more.
Okay.
I will say this. I have always had a bunch of guy friends. I've always been hated by a lot of girls. Um,
2 checks to pick me.
yeah, I'm a pick me girl.
You
I
heard it
remember
here.
what it was.
Heard it here
It was
first.
preferences.
Oh,
Because
preferences.
everybody's so fucking PC now.
Oh, okay.
You can't hate fat
I mean, we
people.
got
You
some
can't hate
time.
ugly people. Fucking preferences. Yay or nay?
Yeah,
And why?
absolutely. Like you should be able to. All right,
I'm
dive bomb off
sorry,
my
I
legs.
will not do someone who is grossly overweight. Like if you are out of shape, that's one thing.
Hold up? Why'd you look at me when you said that?
I'm looking at both
This
of
is
you.
a safe space, so
It's safe. It's not actually.
Okay, whatever.
Nowhere safe.
If you are out of shape,
Especially not
that's
for
one
me.
thing.
yeah.
But if you are like clearly not taking care of yourself,
Yeah.
that's a total
Yeah.
different thing.
I am willing to accept people if they're just like don't have time in their life to do what I do. That's fine. I get it. I like it's not for everybody. But if you're like 400 pounds eating 7 meals a day and just like I'm happy. Okay, well you could be happy for the next 2 years when the fat consumes your heart.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
You'll be happy for the rest of your life, which is gonna end shortly.
That's a whole separate topic. But yes, preferences absolutely. Everybody has preferences, whether they say them or not. They have them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fucking normal thing. And if they tell you they don't and they love everybody equally, that's a fucking lie, and they're retarded. Well,
I told you guys,
I'm
I'm
use
shallow.
that word.
I am shallow. I'm shallow.
They're lying to you and they're lying to themselves.
See,
I am weird about teeth. Super weird about teeth.
I got fucked up
Like
teeth.
if you have no, you do not. If you
you
have
ain't got the meth
bad
teeth, bro.
teeth,
That's true.
it ain't happening. It's not.
Did you see it? Did you see the TikTok I sent you? With the dude who's I'm back on that side of TikTok where it's just fucking weird shit.
Yep, no, we're not gonna talk about that.
He has 2 front teeth, but they cover the entirety of the front of his mouth.
They're as big as my big toe.
They're
Imagine
really?
Yes. They're huge. Like it's so
No, don't Google it.
I can
But anyways,
I can scroll and find it again and send it to you later.
I absolutely agree that people should be allowed to have preferences without. Because like you can have preference for who you want to date and still not be a dick to other people who don't fit into that category.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what the issue is. People are like, oh, you have to be all accepting, and that means you have to. No, I don't have to fucking do anything.
Well, that's because people don't know how to handle rejection anymore, and when they get rejected, it's not because they just don't fit in those preferences.
My participation trophy.
Yeah, they get mad because they're not wanted by that person. Like, okay, go find somebody else that wants you. I don't.
8 billion people.
Like all the dudes that fucking wrote paragraphs to Jim.
Oh yeah, there it is. I was gonna say that actually during that, and we just kept rolling. Fucking all caps, just fucking hammer fisting.
Yeah.
You fucking piece of shit.
Actually, there was another guy that I met on online dating, and he was super cool, and I really liked him, and we were getting along really well, and we went on, I don't know if I'd call him dates so much, like we went to Home Depot and walked around, and he had to get some stuff for like his house, and we went to like the spice shop and bought some like just random like stuff you do with your spouse.
Just errand stuff. Okay? It's just errands.
Yes, exactly. Just hanging out. Okay, hanging out.
Actually, yeah, I want to ask about that.
But it never went anywhere.
Hold on.
It never went anywhere.
We're gonna wrap back around.
No, you went somewhere. You went to a spice shop. What is that?
What's a spice shop?
You've never been to a spice shop?
Is that a shop
I've never
specifically
heard of
for
it.
cooking spices?
There is a place. It's called Penzies Spices. They have them like sporadic. It's a chain sporadically around
Clearly
the
not,
country.
because it's not here.
Yes, they have one. I know they have them in Portland, but they have them here. There's two in the St. Louis area. They're
That's
phenomenal.
one city area.
Phenomenal.
That's not a chain.
I said Portland,
A chain is
Oregon.
it could be in one state or
I
one
know
city
they're
for
in
that
like
matter.
Wisconsin or something.
I'm sorry.
You can order spices online. I just found that.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, we
you
do
know,
have some spice shops here.
Penzies.
Do you?
Okay. So anyway, Spice Shop is amazing. Okay. Prepare for your nose to be like overwhelmed.
I can't
because
do
you go
that.
in and you smell all these things.
This whole thing's
Is it-
fucked up.
Is it
Okay,
on the
try
level of
this.
like Bed Bath and Beyond? Like candles?
But for spices. Like you walk in and it smells like spices.
It's just gonna fucking hit you.
I mean,
See, I
it's
can't do
not that bad, but you like they
Okay.
have sample jars where you can smell, each of the
Mhm.
different spices they have. It's
Okay.
really cool.
Can I
They have
cook
really great spices.
Can I cook a whole
Go
meal
ahead.
with their spices to test them?
I don't know. They give away free spices constantly where it's like, oh, you can
Anyways.
get a free jar of whatever. I don't know. Anyway, we went to the spice shop. But like it never went anywhere. And so eventually I was like, I said something to him and in a text. I texted him. I was like, really enjoy hanging out, blah, blah, blah. Like I went to his house and we hung out, but it never went anywhere. It was like friends. And I was just like, I told him, I said, I am on online dating to meet someone to date, not necessarily to find more friends. And he starts like freaking out on me, like, oh my gosh, you're acting like this and, whatever, we're not even dating yet. And I'm like, yeah, I'm confused.
Exactly.
What the hell's going
That's why
on?
I'm
Like,
bringing this
know.
up.
I thought we were supposed to be
I don't
doing
know.
that
Where
right now.
is this going anywhere? What are we doing? I'm not on the dating app to find friends. I don't want any friends. So yeah, it was just very strange. Very, very
See,
strange.
I would personally, I would consider those dates. I think
Yeah, I
hanging out
would
with the
too,
person.
but like
You know,
there was never any
That's
no like hand holding, no physicality of it.
Oh,
No,
it was dry.
no dry.
Well, and I also think that's more of a significant other kind of thing. That's like after you've been dating for about a month.
Right.
Is when you
He
start
had to,
breaking those out.
Right. He had to buy a board to put under his mattress, like, the support boards or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we went to buy. And then we went back to his house and he put the boards in his room. And then we stood in the kitchen and talked for a while. And then that was it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's like after a couple months dating.
But this was like every
significant
time we
other.
hung out, it was like that. And it was like, okay, what is going on?
Hey, hopefully
So,
he found somebody with his traditional values that can do that with him.
He's just a passport bro now.
That's what it is. He just went to fucking some third world country with barely running water. Said, I have all these things for you. Come be my wife.
Isn't that just the equivalent of
Mail orders?
Mail order bread?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, but
It's-
you go get test the product.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. Don't.
Kind of the
I don't
gist.
regret saying it, but
It's kind of the gist of it, though.
It's like going to Costco. You get free sample stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, only I go to Sam's, but yeah, same thing.
You buy in wholesale up there.
What was what was the conversation you want to talk about with preferences? Just that people have them, or what are ours?
No, I mean we can talk about individual preferences, but my point was the
also out of time.
people. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, it was people saying preferences are fucking
stupid and you shouldn't have them.
bigotry
Yeah.
and fucking
Yeah,
whatever.
and yeah,
all those
you are
fucking
who
words
you
that
are.
they
You like
use.
what
Yeah.
you like.
Yeah.
There is supposedly science behind it also, that the people you are attracted to, their genetic makeup is more different from yours.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
You
to
ever had those
promote
people?
genetic diversity.
Yeah, exactly. But you ever had those people who like you just can't? The chemistry is just, it's like almost repulsive. You know what I'm saying? Like they're your friends and you
Yeah,
like them, but like
David.
you just no. Opposite sex people.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, genetic makeup. So it's programmed in you.
Makes sense. It's genetic diversity and spread the
Also,
population.
you're genetically programmed to like people who are going to be more fit, as in fit to create children. So if you have someone who's obesely overweight, they're less fertile, less fertile. Yeah.
Ooh, good point.
It's a spectrum. So the less body fat and the
Very.
more body fat that you have, less fertile.
Yeah.
Because there's a.
fat.
Don't quote me on any of this, but I'm pretty sure like a bunch of CrossFitter women that are like doing it professionally. They're like
They have
10,
no periods.
12% body fat, enough to survive, but not enough to be like healthy-ish.
Mhm.
They're infertile because they just can't support it.
Yep. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. Are you telling me, Kitty?
Not that I'm an expert on women's physiology. Don't quote me on that.
No, but you're a huge fan, so.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
My dog is mouthing my arm.
Yeah,
She's
my
saying
cat
it's
is
time.
giving me dirty looks. Look at him. He's like, hey. Yeah, so this pick me girl is gonna go hang out with her mama. I don't even know what does the pick me stand for? Like just pick me, like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Like it's like attention seeking.
Well, sorry to tell you this, guys, but I'm not paying attention.
You've admitted it at least 3 times in the past 20 minutes.
That I'm a pick me girl?
Yes.
I am by definition.
There it
but
is.
I'm not doing it for attention.
There it
but
is.
like I just
Heard it here first. Typical pick-me girls. Deny, 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 but they do it.
I grew up a tomboy. I think it's just
There's another check on the
There's
pick-me
another
girl.
one.
seriously?
There's another one.
Okay, I'm a pick me girl. I'm a pick me girl. I'm admitting it. Pick me, pick me.
Oh my god, stop.
Stop. Now that we've talked about this, it's gonna be nothing but that on my For You page again.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But we need to wrap this up because I think we've been going for almost over an hour and a half. I think we're close to an hour 45, 2 hours almost.
That's not good.
Yeah, we did have that long pause though because people need to do.
Yeah, life's busy, man.
It's 11 o'clock there. What do you got to do?
12:20.
I'm gonna go ahead and send us out because I'm gonna continue to talk.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Undiagnosed, where we talked about dating.
Loose term, but
Loosely.
Dating and other things.
there it is.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. End it. This is the outro.
Goodbye.